Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Drama Surgery podcast. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. This is going to be a chill episode. I am not doing a review of any one specific drama. Rather, I would like to talk about a few dramas that I am anticipating to come out and, just kind of telling you what I think, why I am excited about them, and just kind of discuss a few of the upcoming dramas of the second half of 2024, or at least we hope it's the second half of 2024. I can almost guarantee, like with Korean dramas, that like when they say they will air, that's when they will air. But with Chinese dramas, you never know, like ever. So, for the Chinese one, is fingers crossed, but the like Korean ones are pretty much set to go for this year. So, without wasting any more time, let's just get right into it. The very first drama that I am super excited about is a drama that I saw on TikTok at first, and so I had no real like idea this was even a thing. Was the drama Queen Woo. Queen Woo is a Korean drama that basically follows this queen that is put in a really precarious situation when her like king, right, that is her husband, dies, and she's on the clock. She's got 24 hours to crown a new king, right? And so this is basically a politically like charged drama, and you just know it's going to be like full of suspense and just backstabbing and politics and that kind of drama, right? And I mean, it is helmed by none other than my girl. Right? I mean, this is a girl that I really like, Jeon Jong Seo. This is the actress from Money Heist, Wedding Impossible, Ballerina. That's probably where most people know her from. The Call, so she's kind of getting up there in terms of like A-listers. I guess I would consider her an A-lister to an extent, because she's had really popular like movies, right? And so she's the one helming this, and I have to say that she is the perfect person for this, in the sense that in Wedding Impossible, which is like the only like drama that I have watched her in, right? Before that, I didn't really know her in any other drama. I feel, struggled to an extent acting some scenes, because it was like a rom-com, drama, right? Whereas I feel like this kind of drama, this political like melodrama, action filled, plot is perfect for her, because like it's really going to bring out that acting chops that she has, and she has a face that's made for this kind of drama, right? And so I am really looking forward to it. That's really what is like the driving force for me to watch this, is that she's in this, and I know she's going to be fantastic. I mean, I say that she's the driving force, but also like he has a bunch of amazing like co-stars that I love. He has Kim Woo-yeol, who I love for My Beautiful Bride. He really that was when I became a fan of his in that drama. Ji Chang-wook, of course, like you cannot not mention Ji Chang-wook, right? I think he's only like a special appearance in this. A lot of people are, from what I can like source out, but again, you can't not mention the fact that he's in this. You also have, and this is one person that I would say that, has frustrated his fans. I don't know if it's on purpose or like he's just not getting the script that we want him to have, but Lee Soo-hyuk is in this as well. Lee Soo-hyuk is a fan favorite. This is somebody that has like, when you talk about cult following, Lee Soo-hyuk is one of those like actors. I mean, he's a model, and I think that's what maybe he does most of the time, but like when you talk about Hisuyok, he has a huge cult following behind him. He's also in this, but he's playing the villain, right? So I know a lot of his fans are like, damn it. And I understand, right? But I mean, any chance to have Isuyok just be a badass, right? Like, I'll take it. So that is the first drama that I am looking forward to. It is gearing up to be a fantastic one. And yeah, moving on to the other drama, also a K-drama that I am really looking forward to, that is almost opposite in every way to Queen Woo, is Love Next Door. This is also titled Mother's Friend's Son. So this is starring Jung So-min and Jung So-min, right? And basically it follows Baesok Ryu, who is this girl that, she has had to go through life being compared to this one guy who is her mother's friend's son, right? And so I think she hates him kinda because that guy is basically perfect, right? Again, you all know that, like, that son of your like mom's friend that your mom always compares you to, or that daughter, right? He's basically that like figure, that god in our house that is, used to compare her every single time, right? And I guess this is a romance between them, and you just know it's guaranteed to be the funniest thing ever, because they have to basically go from enemies or reluctant enemies to friends and then to lovers, right? And so it's just gonna be a amazing one. And you also know it's gonna be like drama free because the moms are already best friends, right? And so I am really looking forward to this. This is Jung So-min's first drama since Alchemy of Souls. And I mean, honestly, Jung So-min at this point is like, she's god tiered to me. Like, she's up there, and I really like her because I really just love Alchemy of Souls. If you don't know that already, just go check like the very first episode on this podcast, and you see that Alchemy of Souls is it for me. That was why I started this podcast in the very first place. So because of that, she holds a very special place in my heart. Jung Hae-in is a kind of hit or miss for me. There are a lot of his dramas I don't like. Both of his melodramas I was not a fan of, and when I'm talking about both, I mean One Spring Night and Something in the Rain, in the sense that I just don't like the writing, the tone of both dramas, right? And I think that just goes back to the writer and the director of those dramas, because it's the same, I think, and less to do with him. So I think I am willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Because he's been in a few good things that I do like, right? Like While You Were Sleeping and A Piece of Your Mind, right? As well as Bride of the Century, which is like one of my favorite dramas. So I am not like not excited for him. But I think this is drama I need to like change kind of how I see him. And I know he's like, people love him. He's basically an A-lister, right? But for me, he's just never like, it was never it for me, because like all these dramas just weren't good to me. And so it was just a matter of like fit. But I think that this drama is going to change my mind, right? And so again, I am looking forward to this. This is his very first rom-com, so you just know that it's gonna be good. Super excited for this one. But yeah, moving on to the third drama on this list. This one is a Chinese drama, and I think of all the ones that I'm going to talk about today, of all the dramas I am anticipating of 2024, this one is the one I am most anticipating, also the one I am most dreading because I like what it is adapting so much, and that is the drama First Frost. For those who don't know, First Frost basically follows Wen Yifan and Sang-yan. Sang-yan being the older brother of Sang-ji, who is the lead in Hidden Love. Wen Yifan is the protagonist of the story, and she's the one that's the love interest of Sang-yan, right? Wen Yifan has a really like traumatic background. She has gone through a lot, and this is basically her falling back in love with somebody that she, I guess, originally was already in love with, right, when she was growing up. But because of scenarios and situations that kind of tore them apart, she is having to rediscover that love, and Sang-yan is having to put in work to get her to like come to him, right? So it's a very interesting, intricate plot that honestly is the reason why I am dreading this, because the book does this story in such a good way that, like, even though Wen Yifan isn't giving Sang-yan the time of day, you are still on Wen Yifan's side. Even though you know Sang-yan from like the other book, that is Sang-ji's book, Wen Yifan is kind of still your girl in a way, because you just see her struggle and you see how her mind works, right? And again, it's very, very difficult to portray, I think, in a drama, but it's also kind of easy if you do it well, right? Again, it's something that like you can really pull up people's heartstrings if you do this well, right? The reason why I'm dreading this is because, first of all, I already don't like the cast, which is unfortunate, because like Bai Jing-ting is an actor that I really liked in Reset, but like I just feel that he doesn't fit the Sang-yan in my mind. And that also goes for the female lead, Jang Ronan, who is playing Wen Yifan. I also feel like she's not what I would have expected Wen Yifan to look, because if there's one thing that the book like really hones in on and really like tries to get you to understand, right, that really like they beat it into you to like know this, is that Wen Yifan is one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. And I'm not saying like this actress isn't beautiful, the actress they've chosen isn't beautiful, but like the way they describe her, when I saw this actress, I was like, oh, she has more of a baby face that is not exactly what When Yifan would have looked like, right? So, I mean, already the feeling isn't there, right? And also they both have a childlike mannerism to me. Like that's the air they give off that I'm like, this is not giving that mature vibe that I expect. And so I am really scared that I will hate it, but I am willing to give it a shot because honestly, I'm the kind of person that like I always say that like I never care about like the book when I'm like watching dramas. And so I really shouldn't be kind of like putting a bias on this before I watch it, but you know, I just can't help myself. So I'm trying my best to like give this a shot, right? Because again, I am still super interested in the book, and so I want to see how they will adapt it, right? And I was also one of those people that I thought Victor Ma, like the actor that played Sangyan in Hidden Love, helmed by Zhao Lucy, you know, I thought he was actually perfect. I know a lot of people disagree, and I agree that his characterization in that drama was wrong, but I feel like he had the face that could still play this Sangyan, in that like the seriousness was there in his face. But I know it's like different production companies, so like you can't expect that to ever happen. But it would have been so amazing if I could see Victor Ma again, because I thought it was perfect. But anyways, I am really excited for this because again, like I said, very good book, one of my favorite books ever, and I think that if done well, this could be a hit, right? And again, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, especially by Jensen. Like I like his like dramas, so I'm gonna give them benefits of the doubt, right? And yeah, that is the third drama I am really anticipating. This is one drama that again I assume is coming out this year. But like again, with Chinese dramas, you just never know, right? You just never know. So like I am sure they finished filming probably, but like no news on when it's going to air. So I am kind of like, I was like on the fence of like, should I put this in this episode podcast talking about it? Because what if it doesn't even air this year? But you know what, I'm just gonna like hope for the best, hope it comes out. And yeah, that is the third drama that I am anticipating. Then the final drama I want to talk about is a BL drama that I saw by mistake. Again, TikTok has me on a chokehold, honestly, these days, because all the dramas I'm discovering it through TikTok, right? They're really good at like putting in the descriptions and everything, so like you're like so anticipating the drama when you see it. But yeah, the first drama I am really anticipating is the Thai BL drama Monster Next Door. This is basically a rom-com about an introvert and an extrovert that are basically next door neighbors in this like apartment or something like that, right? So like one of them is really quiet, likes his like privacy, like is, you know, really like introspective, like that kind of person, and the other one is a party animal. Right? From the trailer that I saw on TikTok, it seemed like it was the extrovert that fell in love with the introvert, right? And so that's kind of what you're getting. And so I expect a lot of like reluctance on the part of the introvert. Like I just think it's gonna be like a sweet one. And again, the two actors are like, when you talk about chemistry, right? So Big and Park, they have it in terms of like chemistry, right? I just know it's gonna be fantastic because like when you can see the chemistry like that, when things just fit, you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a good one, right? And it looks like he has some budget, like, so I expect it to be good, right? And hopefully if it's good enough, we get more of them. That's again something that the Thai like entertainment industry does. Like they just put two people together and they make them keep acting for like if they could for the rest of their lives. So like again, hopefully it's good, hopefully it delivers on what I saw in the trailer, and yeah, I am really looking forward to this one. I am, you know, really anticipating it, and I mean it's coming out the soonest of all of them, so I am really looking forward to it. Yeah, and that's it, I think, for the dramas I am excited about for the rest of 2024. I'm sure there are more that I am like somehow omitting, but like these are the four that like are on my mind. And you know, if there's anyone that comes out in the meantime, you will expect to hear from me about it. But yeah, that is really it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely rest of the week. And I'll see you again next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.